Welcome to Cine Detective channel. Today's film review centers on the passionate, love-filled, and dependent relationship between a younger man and an enigmatic, multi-personality older woman. The narrative of this movie centers on Robert Fabry, a bright young engineer who works from his own office and travels to Frankfurt to sign a new contract. He unexpectedly runs into a stunning, seductive woman at the hotel where he is staying. He believes her to be a call girl, whom he names Alice, and keeps from being kicked out of the hotel. He shows her to his room, he gives himself up to the adventure with her and spends a passionate night with her. The next morning the woman disappeared, leaving behind her red dress and the money he paid. On the same day in his lawyer's office, Robert is introduced to the new partner in the firm, a ravishing businesswoman by the name of Carolyn Winter, who is none other than Alice. Carolyn disputes that she was with Robert when he questions her about what happened that evening. Puzzled, he thinks it's a ruse and asks her to dinner. However, Carolyn rejects Robert's advances and runs away when he tries to get his way with her. Robert attempted to obtain information about Carolyn, but he was unsuccessful. Upon his return home, Robert shares his experiences in Frankfurt and the woman with the two personalities with his partner, Britta. Robert calls off his engagement to Britta and goes to see Carolyn at her father's winery. Following their conversation, Robert consents and issues an apology for his alleged wrongdoing. Later on, he gets to meet her wonderful family, which includes her mother and servants as well as her evil father Carl, a despicable despot who drains the life out of everyone around him. Robert notices some strange goings-on in that house during dinner, which has raised a lot of questions in his mind. Exasperated, Robert departs from the winery and checks into a budget hotel nearby. Carolyn makes another appearance here in the evening, this time as a red-clad prostitute who goes by the name Carlotta. Robert takes her to his room for a passionate night. Carolyn wakes up in the night, is scared by her reflection in the mirror and flees without her wig. When Robert returns to the winery after learning more about the woman, he finds out more about the relationships amongst the residents there as well as the murky family secrets. Robert's fascination with Carolina develops into a close romantic relationship, and he sincerely hopes to marry her. However, she is confused about her father Carl Winter's domineering influence on her, which Robert finds unsettling. When Robert announces his intention to marry Carolyn, her father explains that she already loves one man, namely him. After these events, Carolyn's childhood trauma becomes clear.
In an attempt to understand her strange behavior, Robert must endure the humiliation and indignities inflicted upon him by her controlling father. Ultimately, he must risk his life for a relationship that appears destined to fail. Up until this point, it would be unfair to divulge more plot details. But seasoned viewers should have no trouble figuring out all the erotic, perverse tensions that such fundamental elements are meant to elicit. Director Margarethe von Trotta's film is a psychological thriller about facades, and the power of the subconscious that is also a gripping romantic drama. In the interim, there is a reception and ongoing wedding preparations. Carolyn and her father make their final appearance after the guests arrive by riding the elevator. The audience, expecting a happy ending, is taken aback by the movie's tragic conclusion. Ich bin die Andir is the title of the German psychological romantic thriller. The main roles are played by Katja Riemann, August Diehl, Armin Müller-Stahl, Barbara Auer and Karen Dorr. The screenplay, editing, and performance are all passable aside from the excellent direction. The predictable plot and the implausible narration are the film's weaknesses. This is all about the movie review. If you like our video, please do like, share and subscribe.